Do you really need to work on your introduction? I mean, how actually important are introductions right now in 2022? This is a question that came up at a networking group I was in last week, and I get it. Introductions are one of those things that everybody has, and admit it, everyone also kind of hates, right? If you're like most coaches and consultants, you probably have a whole bunch of those fill in the blank formulas that you've collected over the years, and yet you haven't yet got your introduction nailed, or it wouldn't be such a source of anxiety. And building your empire wouldn't be so hard. So, spoiler alert, here's my answer. Yes, you do need to work on your intro because it's an incredibly important piece of your messaging, particularly right now. So, let's talk about exactly why that is and what you can do to master yours. If we have not met before, I'm Wendy White, messaging strategist for coaches and consultants who are ready to become thought leaders. I help them to confidently communicate what they do and why it matters so that they can influence a greater audience and bring in their truly ideal clients quickly and simply. Every Wednesday, right here, I'm sharing my very best tips and strategies to master that unique brand message that you need if you want to pull away from the pack of cookie cutter entrepreneurs and make an extraordinary impact on the world. So, why are introductions so important in 2022? Well, first of all, you need them for all the things, right? All the things. You need them for social media and networking. You need them for podcasts and really any kind of interview in the media. You need them for summits. You need them for speaking gigs, of course. You need them for blog posts and all of your content. You need them for videos and live streams. I mean, I just introduced myself, right? You also need them for your website, of course, your about page, but every single one of your sales pages. You also need them for any kind of sales conversation. And introductions are more important than ever right now. As more and more people are turning away from just posting on social media and to networking, to relationship marketing, to media and speaking, and using all of these for their client getting, that introduction is crucial. And let's face it, they are never going to hire you. They're never going to refer you. They're not even going to remember you if you cannot tell them what you do clearly and concisely and compellingly. An introduction is one of the most powerful pieces of messaging. When you get it right, it makes you unique. It shows why you are the expert. It establishes affinity with your audience, that all important know, like, and trust. It tells them why they should hire you over anybody else. So it's pretty impressive, right? For such a short piece of messaging, it does some pretty heavy lifting. I mean, what else can do this? If you nail nothing else, your introduction can be the basis for everything. I know there are lots of people who want to sell you on the complicated Rube Goldberg marketing machine of doom as the thing you absolutely must have. But you know that I am all about the simple, speedy path to client getting, to getting hired by those truly ideal clients. And the truth is, once you can communicate what you do and why it matters like this, not only will all of that marketing that you've been working on actually pay off, but it gets rid of the need to build all of that crap. You can simply just get yourself in front of an audience and tell them this. I have seen this over and over again with my extraordinary impact clients. It's why they get such ridiculous results, because they put their focus in the right place, not on building the giant machines, but on communicating their value. My client, Sheila Keelty, she just got booked up for her TED Talk by introducing herself in an elevator. Yup, a literal elevator pitch. This works. But too many talented coaches and consultants are using introductions that are doing them a serious disservice. I mean, you tell me if this sounds familiar. You're out there in all of the places working your sweet patootie off on visibility, right? But as you go to introduce yourself in that podcast interview or in a summit or in a networking group full of your absolutely ideal clients, you realize that you are the 10,000th coach in a row who is saying, I help entrepreneurs scale to 6 or 7 figures, or I help women over 40 to live their best lives. And you watch to your horror as your audience's eyes glaze over because your introduction is so mind-bogglingly boring and generic that they stopped listening 3 words in. And they're now mentally reviewing their Netflix queue. And it hits you again that instead of making that fantastic first impression as the thought leader you are so ready to be, you're coming across as just another coach. And so despite all of that work that you are doing to be visible, you might as well be invisible. That's exactly why I created the Instant Impact Challenge. In my free live 5-day challenge, you are going to create the unique and compelling introduction you must have as a thought leader. This is your chance to clearly and concisely and confidently explain what you do so that it speaks directly to the hearts and the wallets of your truly ideal clients. You get to say goodbye forever to cringing and confusion and drowning in a sea of cookie cutter coaches and consultants. And you can say hello with a come hither introduction that makes an instant impact. And when you have this, you will feel so confident in what you were saying. You will have the basics down and love them, so you can now riff on them and expand and make them sound natural. It's going to make all of your current marketing efforts pay off and allow you to step into that higher level of visibility because you're that confident and comfortable with communicating your unique genius in any situation. Sounds like something you need, right? The Instant Impact Challenge is kicking off in just a few weeks, and this is not only better than any other challenge you've ever been in, but it's going to be more valuable than the last 3 things you have paid for. If you come along with me by the end of those 5 days, you will have not only created an introduction that is way better than 99% of your market, but you will have learned essential strategies that you can use to vastly improve all of your messaging. That's just how I roll. But don't take my word for it. Check out the testimonials. Challengers have raved about this. It's the best challenge ever. So I would love to have you join us, and I will drop the link below. Take your introduction from just another coach to thought leader. Join the Instant Impact Challenge, and we are going to do it together. Now go be extraordinary.